gonna be a nice, quiet, fun, laid-back show. Until Tony Khan decided to completely throw a monkey wrench in the plans, and now we got something big to talk about before we do the fun stuff. Welcome to Wrestling with Egos. Thanks for letting us take a week-long break. Gotta be honest, we needed it. Personal reasons aside, we needed it. Thank you guys so much for watching again this awe-inspiring, elbow-dropping episode of Wrestling with Egos. My name is Patrick, joined as always by the gentlemen in camera dos and camera trace, Brian and Isaac, my boys. How we doing?
It's good to be back. Good to be talking wrestling. And yeah, Tony Khan can just stop it with the special announcements every once in a while.
I'm waiting for one of these special announcements to just be like just a fart in church. That's just like, okay, what? Huh? What? But no, he's dropping bombs left and right. It's glorious. It's like, some idiot trying to poke the bear on an airplane, antagonizing Mike Tyson, and then getting clapped. Tony Khan just happens to be Mike Tyson, just punching us all right upside the head. Anyway, however you may be watching this episode of Wrestling with Egos, whether it be on YouTube, it be on any of our podcasting platforms, that'd be obviously if you're listening to the show, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google, Anchor, Spotify. Thank you guys so much for making this episode of Wrestling with Egos on April 22nd and the year of our Lord and Savior, 2022. Thanks for making the show what it is. Thanks for being a part of the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, click the bell for notifications, leave a 5-star review for all you podcast people, and always interact with the show on Twitter at WrestlingXEgos. You guys have also seen the our own Twitter IDs on YouTube. We'll circle back to those at the end of the show for all of you podcasters. We were, and we still are, but we were only going to watch a really god-awful match in the history of pro wrestling and kind of give our own little Mystery Science Theater 3000 approach to it. We still are. So I'll go ahead and give you what that is. That way you guys can prep for it without having to pause and come back to it. So we're gonna be watching on the WWE Network, Peacock, whatever you got, because I know we have people listening internationally. Halloween Havoc 1991 on Peacock. That is Halloween Havoc Season 3, Episode 1. I don't know why they have to do that. It's one of the many, many reasons that American wrestling fans are getting screwed on this, because Peacock is absolute hot garbage. So again, Halloween Havoc 91, that is Season 3, Episode 1. When you get the show pulled up, please take your time code to 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Again, 3 minutes, 44 seconds, Halloween Havoc 91, Season 3, Episode 1 on Peacock. We are going to be watching the infamous Chamber of Horrors match. If you don't know what that is, please don't Google please don't Google anything. Please don't look it up in the next few minutes. Just wait. I promise you, this is going to be as bad as you expect it to be. There are a small handful of matches in the history of professional wrestling worse than this. I can only think of 2. That infamous Chris Nowitzki, Jackie Gata versus JBL and Trish Stratus match, and the Punjabi prison match. No, the Kennel from Hell and the King of the Road match are better than this. It's that bad, boys. And we're going to get to it. But first, let's address the big news of the week. Again, Tony Khan decided to make our show not just all fun and games. In case you guys have been hiding under a rock since Wednesday evening, Mr. Khan dropped a bombshell on the wrestling world. On June 26th, Sunday, June 26th, emanating from the amazing wrestling town of Chicago, Illinois, AEW will present live on pay-per-view a pay-per-view entitled Forbidden Door. Why? Because it's a cross-promoted pay-per-view with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Dear sweet mother of God in heaven, it's finally happening. Thank you, God. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, all the wrestling gods, including JBL and Roman Reigns and anybody else in wrestling that thought they were God. Thank you, Undertaker. Thank you, Yokozuna. Thank you, Barry Horowitz, or whatever. Thank you, Peter Avalon. I'm just going to come up with anybody I can thank, because you know what? I can thank everybody for this, because this is, let's be honest, this is the one thing in wrestling. I think, guys, we can all agree. This has been the one thing that we were all hoping at some point we would get.
I think first and foremost, I'm going to thank Tony Khan, because I think this is one of the reasons why I love AEW so much, is he has enriched my wrestling fandom far more than it ever had been.
Right. Because AEW acknowledges that there are other promotions out there in the world.
You know, I mean, I popped a gasket when Minoru Suzuki showed up on my TV screen a couple months ago, and the same thing when Jay White showed up on Wednesday. I'm like, this is seismic. You know, that's a good word for it, I think.
Yeah. I will give you my thoughts on how big this is. And Isaac, I'll let you go after this. Quick story. I'm watching this on Wednesday with my mom. My mom has not watched wrestling in 12, 14 years, ever since I moved from Alabama to Ohio. And then mom moved up after she retired several years later after my daughter was born. So mom hasn't watched wrestling in forever. She didn't know hardly any of these people. So I'm having to explain to her just what in the hell is so big about this. And I was like, Mom, depending on who you ask, you know, both of these promotions are the number 2 and number 3 companies in the entire world. And depending on who you ask, one's 2 and one's 3. They kind of interchangeable to some degree. Like, these two promotions are putting on a pay-per-view together. My mom realized, oh crap, that's big. So yeah. And then she noticed the New Zealand, the guy with the Australian accent threw up a 2-sweet upside down. She's like, they're still doing that? I'm like, yeah, Mom. We're doing that. We're still doing that. Because yeah, mom was definitely watching it with me during the days of the NWO. Bam. So yeah.
Some things are timeless.
Some things are timeless. But getting back to it, yeah, this is happening. Isaac, go.
This is very significant in pro wrestling with fans and wrestling fans like myself, because this is what we kept saying would have happened years ago with the Monday Night Wars if it had been WCW versus WWF / WWE, whatever you want to call it, and they had put these two gigantic promotions together at the same time with the talent which both companies had, which would have been freaking epic. But they couldn't do it, couldn't happen, just wasn't going to happen. And we understand the reasons why, and we get it. But this happening now, the way it's happening, it's really going to make a lot of people step up their games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is going to be as prepped for as WrestleMania, because anybody that's on this card is going to want to hit this one out of the park. Just like a highly stacked WrestleMania card, everybody's going to want to steal the show. Everybody's going to want to steal the show on this son of a gun, too. And you know who wins in all that? Us. Every last, I mean, come on, literally look back to literally just earlier this month with that 2-night WrestleMania that we had, and they're arguably top 3 greatest manias of all time, easily top 5. And there were definitely plenty of matches to contend for. Yeah, that one stole the show. There's no one definitive, yep, that was the match that stole the show. No, there's an argument to that. And there will be an argument to this one. So let me ask you guys a slightly massive question. Time to fantasy book this bad boy, boys. Just kind of going around, back and forth. B, I'll let you go first. Give me a match you want to see on this. Now, I don't want to say, oh, well, I would like to see Minoru Suzuki on this card. Well, yeah, we all do.
Duh.
But who do you want to see him face? Give me a match, not a person. Go.
I would love to see CM Punk versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
No, for me, there's only one match, only one person in this world you can put CM Punk in the ring with. Kenta.
Oh, yes.
Go to sleep versus go to sleep. The guy that invented it, by the way, that'd be the Japanese guy versus the guy that ripped it off.
Yeah, you're right on that. You total. That is the match that everybody and the grandmother wants to see.
The only other substitute for Punk, keeping Kenta in there, the only other acceptable substitute in a match with Kenta is Bryan Danielson.
I mean, it's a great problem to have.
My God, yes.
There's so many guys in both promotions.
Dude, no. I'm going back into my youth here, my Southern Baptist church upbringing. This is potluck day at church, and Miss Kathy and Miss Eunice and Sister Mildred have brought the mail. I mean, those 3 old blue.
That mac salad. Let's go.
Those 3 old blue. No, egg salad, my ass. Them 3 old blue-haired women, along with my grandmother, God rest her soul, all competing for the prime real estate at the tables, because just like this pay-per-view, those old blue-haired women want to steal the show. This is potluck. This is potluck Sunday dinner at church, y'all. This isn't like going out to lunch after church at a restaurant. No. This is crock pots and casserole dishes and the big bowl of punch that you make by putting a block of sherbet in there and pouring Sprite on it.
Getting all nostalgic up here.
Hell yes. This is potluck, and I'm here for it. Somebody save me some fried chicken.
Another one that just came to mind. If he's healed by then, I don't know what his timetable for injury recovery is.
You're talking Omega. It's not happening.
No.
Oh.
I was about to say there's no way he's ready to come back after he still needs months of just rest to get himself back. And that won't be till next year.
Yeah, my opinion is we're not seeing
I'm talking maybe April of next year.
Yeah.
That he'd be ready.
If they walk him out and make an appearance,
yes,
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This would be a great time for him to come out and cut a promo on somebody.
Right. Anyway, B, we cut you off. Who?
Sorry.
This card is probably going to need a little bit of a breather. If Orange Cassidy is healed up, put him in the ring with Toru Yano.
But
buy my DVD.
But if we don't have Orange Cassidy, we easily can throw Danhausen in there.
Danhausen, yeah. I mean, if I were going to structure it, because you would need, Don't
get me wrong. I would rather have Orange Cassidy than Danhausen because he's a better worker.
Yes.
But if you can't, if OC isn't healed up, then by all means, I got a couple matches I want to throw out, and this is just going to show the fact that I'm a violent, sadistic sociopath.
Wait. What?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. We already knew that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Let's before.
So, if you ever wanted proof that when it comes to wrestling, I am a sadistic bastard. Excuse me. Can I please have Tomohiro Ishii versus Jon Moxley?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Can I also maybe instead, if you can't give me Jon Moxley, can I have Ishii versus Joe? I don't really care. I just need a match where I can honestly say the rules should be first guy to die loses. And I think if you give me either one of those two matches, then yeah, man.
Somebody's got to die.
Somebody got to die. Okay, now here's where I get a little, might not agree with me on this. You have to have Hiroshi Tanahashi on this show. You cannot have this show without Tanahashi. There's also somebody else on this on this crap that you cannot do this show without, but we're gonna get there. Give me Tanahashi and Hangman. I'm
good with that.
I love Hangman. Hangman does not need to be in the ring with someone like a who the hell's I'm sorry. Who the hell is New Japan's champ? Thank God I have a computer up.
Isn't
hold on.
Isn't it Evil? Or no, Evil's just running Bullet Club right now. Sonata?
No, it's Okada.
Okada, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he won it back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he won it back at Wrestle Kingdom on January 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. Anywho, yeah, because he beat Takagi.
Can I throw the name? I would just love to see if this person is ready. And I don't know if he's gonna be ready by this time. Bring me Hook. I want to see what Hook can do.
You can put Hook on this show. There are plenty of people in New Japan that you can put Hook in there with.
Bring me Hook. That's all I'm saying right now. I got a couple others. I'm a name drop. I'm a drop dimes on.
I gotta be honest with you. As much of a pop as he gets, Chicago would absolutely just blow the damn roof off for that kid.
True.
That is my opinion. Open the damn thing with that. Give me Hook and somebody that can be his equal, or give him a Japanese guy to just mow through. And
I think of strikers in New Japan, and I can't think of any.
You honestly wouldn't need a striker. You can easily get away with just having a shooter.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a couple names that are just bubbling.
So okay, because he's my favorite. Who do you give Okada to? Who gets Okada?
Oh man,
I have an answer, but I want your answer first, B. No. I would love that. I love Adam Cole, but Adam Cole does not need to be anywhere near Okada because Adam Cole can't hang. Adam Cole, as great as he is nowhere near.
Would you do Okada Danielson then?
Hell yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of other people that
There's not many people that can go that are that good as Adam Cole, but Bryan Danielson is on another level, in another world, another universe right now.
Bryan Danielson, my opinion, is the best wrestler. Has cemented himself again as the best wrestler on the planet. I think he.
Well, that run he had after he got into AEW last year convinced me of that.
And what he's doing now.
Yes.
And just, this is the best we have ever seen of this guy. And
what do you think about this?
Okay.
What do you think about Shingo Takagi and Wheeler Yuta?
Ooh.
Because in the past month, Wheeler Yuta has
stepped up his game.
Yeah.
Dude, Yuta had the series of matches that he had with Danielson, and then the bloodbath with Moxley, which cemented his place in the Blackpool Combat Club. Great name again for a stable. I mean, that is a gangster ass name. I love it. But Yuta's coming into his own right now, and I love it. Yeah, give me Takagi and Yuta. I don't know if you could. I have somebody in mind for Adam Cole. Ibushi. Thank you. Thank you.
Enough said, ladies and gentlemen.
One more. There's one more. And it's a New Japan name. And we got to find out who you put him in the ring with. Who do you put in the ring with Jay White?
Oh, dear.
For the record, the easy answer to that question is anyone.
The question is, who do you want to see against Switchblade?
There's one person I would murder to see in the ring with Jay White, and it cannot happen because, and it's not because he's injured, it's because he's not there anymore.
Cody.
I want to see Cody and Jay White. One, because size, they're similar.
Similar, yeah.
Style, they're similar. Finishers are the exact same. No. Their finishers are not the same because the Blade Runners, the Blade Runners, essentially Sister Abigail.
What do you think about Jay White and MJF?
Jay is too much of a heel. No, that's. Then again, Jay would probably get cheered ad nauseum because of Bullet Club. Jay would get a face pop.
I would say he got one the other night.
Yeah, because I mean it's Jay White, it's Bullet Club. Even though he is a dastardly heel in New Japan, he's gonna get a pop stateside because of the appreciation for him.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'll be leading the charge on that.
How about MJF and Tanahashi?
I'm good with that one.
I am too.
I'm really good with that one.
That's good enough. Plus, that is your ultimate, Brian, about to use a big word. Ready? That is your ultimate juxtaposition of good and evil. Hiroshi Tanahashi is everything that John Cena wishes he could be in terms of white meat baby face. And MJF is his polar opposite. I would love to see that. And Tanahashi is good enough to have a psychologically thrilling match with just about anybody. I mean, he's that much of a artist. But yeah, honestly, going back to it, there's so many matches you can fantasy book. You could throw in Guerrillas of Destiny versus, oh my God,
GOD and FTR.
Yes.
Yes, please.
That's the problem I was having. Is I'm like, I can't think of any tag teams on Japan's end. And you just did it for me.
Yeah. Gorillas of Destiny, FTR. I mean, hell, FTR. You know how I said Bryan Danielson might be the best wrestler on the planet? Combined right now, Harwood and Wheeler might be the best wrestler on the planet. And the sad thing is, AEW is completely giving a gift to fans like me, because next week on Dynamite and that Owen Hart Invitational, Wheeler and Harwood face each other.
That's going to be a clinic.
Oh, that's going to be a freaking masterpiece. And I'm going to I will be watching that one as emotionally as when as RJ was when Omega won the AEW World Title, because I have made it. I have not made it. I have not been shy about the fact that I am a massive FTR mark. I was when they were the Revival. I was still a mark for those guys. God, yeah.
One problem.
What's the problem?
Where are the women?
Probably not going to be there unless you get Stardom involved, because New Japan does not have a women's division.
I know that. That's why I brought it up. Do you think they at least, I mean, because you could put Britt Baker against somebody, you could put Serena Deeb against somebody. I mean, that would round out the card.
Honestly and truly,
next time.
No, honestly and truly, no. And here's why. I don't think there's anybody in Stardom that is on any of their levels. I mean, there are women that came over from Stardom and have had experience in Stardom, but they're on AEW's roster now. Toni Storm. There's number one, there's not, even if New Japan had a women's division, I don't think there are enough extremely talented women in AEW that would be worth the shot. I can think of 3.
Serena Deeb.
4. I'm sorry, I forgot Serena. 4. Serena, Britt, Rosa, Toni. That's it.
Don't forget Chris Statlander.
No.
Ruby Soho?
No. I like both of them, but it's like when we did the GOAT episode on Lex Luger. There's Hall of Fame, there's Mount Olympus, and there's the Hall of really, 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 really good. Ruby, Statlander, Nyla, really, 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 really good. But in terms of in-ring acumen, which you're going to need to be on this freaking show.
Fair.
You mean you're not going to put the baddies on there?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to announce right now that this is going to be Isaac's last show with us. Get the fudge out. Oh, God. Anyway, moving right along.
I mean, there's really, like I said, it's a great problem to have. We could all come up with our own cards for this match. And the other two would look at that card and say, you know what, that's a good card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really can't go wrong.
There's always the thing of you say, oh, well, you look at a picture and you say, who is this? And wrong answers only. The problem of it is for this, there is no really bad wrong answers.
No. Well, yeah. There are some wrong answers on this. Like, for example, if we're going to get women involved, you put Red Velvet on this card. That's a wrong answer.
I think we've already stipulated.
That's a question. Red Velvet, bye.
God.
I mean, we know there's some people who aren't going to sniff the card. I mean, the Gun Club, for example, Let me ask you a question. Does Jericho get on this card?
Yes.
Who'd you put him against?
pick somebody.
Okay. And I'm not really trying to be facetious, but what I'm saying is we know there's a line of demarcation about, you know, just because you get on, you know, Rampage every week.
Give me Jericho and Naito again.
Okay.
Run back. Give me Jericho.
Forgot about that.
Give me Jericho and Evil. Give me, you know, Jericho and Naito. Hell, give me Jericho and El Phantasmo. I mean, Jericho with anybody works. It's just that was an easy answer. And what the point I was going to make, do not ever call them Gun Club. Call them by their real names.
Yes.
Thank you, Danhausen. Thank you, Danhausen. I really want to know where the hell they're going with this Danhausen and Hook kind of thing. I know Danhausen challenged him, but I really want to see where they're going with this. This could be just good. And the funny thing is, Hook has to do nothing, just stand there and just eat his tater chips. Well, guys, let's be honest. We could talk about hang on.
We're getting some breaking news into the Wrestling with Egos news desk.
Looks like they're hinting toward Adam Cole and Ishii. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
please. Anyway, the point
That's
that I want
fine.
to make, we could talk about this show all night long. We could make a 5-hour-long show about the possibilities.
Wrestling with Egos, the director's cut.
Yes, the Oliver Stone edition. But we came here to have some fun tonight. There's, personally speaking, we all the three of us, we all dealing with stuff. And we all came together after our week-long break, and our week-long break was caused because I had a team building event with my new job. So, yay for not working nights anymore. Yay for getting 8 hours of sleep.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I know, right? But we decided, hey, we need to do something screwy. We need to just have some fun. Let's watch a god-awful wrestling match. And the gentleman over in the blue shirt right there posed a great one, as you guys bore witness 2 weeks ago on the show. So again, Halloween Havoc 1991 on Peacock. That is season 3, episode 1. We're going to be watching the Chamber of Horrors match, and the time code is what again?
3 minutes and 44 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
3 minutes, 44 seconds. If you guys need to pause right now, might be a good idea. Okay, gave you guys some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover the mouse over here. We all have everything fired up. We encourage you guys to watch along with us because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to watch. We're going to comment. We're going to just make fun of this thing because there's plenty to make fun of. So I'm going to give. I feel like I'm ripping off Conrad Thompson here, but you know what? He's kind of like the Simpsons of podcasting. He's probably already done it, so therefore, kind of hard not to rip him off. I'm gonna give you a 3, 2, 1, and then play. So here we go, boys. In 3, 2, 1, go. Emanating from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let me ask you guys a question. How did you guys feel about Gary Michael Capetta as a ring announcer?
I like him.
I had no problem.
I didn't either because his tone was always, he sounded very boxing.
Yeah, he did, but
Man,
I
that
don't.
set design.
He referred to it as the only way to win this match. But by the way, guys, you're in a cage. It's kind of like a slanted roof, and the only way to win is by putting an opponent from the opposing team in the chair of torture. Can't say the electric chair, and then throwing the switch, which is on the cage. Foreshadowing alert on the switch.
Oh, please.
Oh, you forgot that Elegante was in this match? El Gigante, formerly also known as the Giant Gonzalez, except without the bodysuit.
oh, here we go.
Hall of
That
Famer
set
right there.
design.
Big Van Vader. Not the man they call Vader, but Big Van Vader. With the big mastodon elephant helmet thing that shot out steam, which scared the living crap out of me when I was a kid. That thing gave me nightmares.
I love that thing.
Oh, as an adult, I look at it and go, oh, that shit was sick. But are you kidding me? I forgot he was in this. The Diamond
Oh my God.
Scott Hall. My God, I forgot about that.
Wow.
Wow. We're getting some Hall of Famers here tonight, people.
Chico, you put me in this match, man?
Oh my God.
Cactus Jack. I
Holy
remembered that Cactus and Abdullah are in this match. And I remember the Steiners are in this match. That's all I remember.
Oh,
I
God.
forgot Elegante was in here. I forgot that Vader was in here.
Oh my God.
And here comes the Steiners.
Isn't that pop?
Oh, dude. The Steiners were so freaking over, man. I love the Steiners. I mean, they were one of outside of High Flyers, they were one of the first true innovative tag teams.
When Scott Steiner could actually still move.
Yeah.
Before he just roided himself out. I'm sorry if I'm. Oh God, here we go.
I literally just told you that Abdullah was in this match, bro.
I forgot the look of Abdullah the Butcher. Like just the look.
Told you a couple weeks ago how I wouldn't want to be within 50 feet of Minoru Suzuki. Here's another dude I would not want to be within 50 feet of.
Who, Abdullah?
Yeah.
I forgot Sting's in this freaking thing.
How the.
Not only is Sting in this, Sting's the U.S. champ. You literally put probably your biggest baby face in this stupid ass match.
Is this when Sting and Cactus were a feud or beforehand?
Say what again?
When did Sting and Cactus have their feud? Was this around this time or was it after this?
No, I think it actually is during this because I think this was still when they were they were still doing the mystery gifts, and Cactus Jack came out of the box and beat up Sting. Dula did the same thing, and all to find out that it was Lex Luger that was behind it, which set up Sting Luger for the title, and Sting beat Luger because Luger had that heel run going with Harley Race as his manager and finishing with that stiff ass pile driver. At some point in the match, the chair of torture will be lowered in the match. I want you to watch, boys and girls, when this chair of torture gets lowered into the match, because these idiot wrestlers are not paying attention and somebody about to get squished.
Oh, see, I thought it was It's in another cage, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought it was the whole setup was there the whole time.
Who's the guy in the mask?
Say what?
There's a guy in the mask just got slammed on the coffin.
I have no idea who the bloody hell that is. Oh, no, over 2,600 pounds in this match, and that right there is just Vader and Abdullah the Butcher.
Jesus Christ, man!
Elegante, the most immobile big man ever in wrestling. I mean,
More than Kali?
God, yes.
Kali was better than him.
Kali could at least get a foot up to do a big boot. Kali could at least bump. And I don't get this. Why the hell are they trying to climb the cage?
Yeah, that's when. What
There,
are you doing?
there's no point in trying to climb the cage. And another question, and this is something I've always wanted to ask, because we've talked about Vader matches before. What was it that stupid mask that Vader wore? Because the son of a bitch always came off in every damn big match he ever had. Sorry, see, it's coming down, and Cactus Jack is literally about to get his ass squished. And then realizes, oh, I need to get out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, that could have been a problem. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, the problem. This is why I hate this match so much, because literally they bring in this stupid electric chair, the chair of torture, and everybody stops dead in their tracks. This literally kills the match cold, and it also takes away half of the ring.
Yeah,
the problem it's taking is the center half. You have a perimeter around this little cage. So yeah, Jim Ross is pointing out, you can see the lever of this electric chair hanging on the cage in the corner. Remember how I said spoiler alert? I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but when this match ends, Cactus Jack is hanging from the cage to pull the lever. The lever is down already. He has to lift it back up to pull it back down. What in the hell is this? You got a bunch of people in white scrubs and white face all kneeling at the ramp. When did the Heaven's Gate cult become a part of WCW?
I don't remember them being involved in this.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh God.
Are these guys a part of like Right to Censor?
I'm just trying to figure out who they're here for.
Me too. I'm seriously trying to do my best MST3K on this. So, guys, how am I doing? Tweet me at Rant Mode On.
Again, Abdullah the Butcher climbing the cage.
How's Abdullah even halfway up on the cage?
Why in God's name is Abdullah the Butcher more than 6 inches off the ground?
That's the second question.
What's the first?
Get up there to begin with.
Oh, yeah, good point. Because I don't think you can fit a forklift into this cage.
No way.
One, there's not enough room. And 2, there's too many people. And 3, damn, that's a fat son bitch.
Look, if you had told me that Van Bader was on that steel cage, I would have believed you. But Abdullah the Butcher, come on now.
No.
My God.
Did I miss something where it says you can win by escaping?
No.
Like, then why are we?
Nice.
Maybe they're thinking
that guy right there. Who in the hell is that?
I don't know, but whoever he is, he's now handcuffed to the cage.
Next question. Why? What the hell?
So here's a real question. Cactus Jack's bleeding. Is anybody surprised?
No.
Oh, wait. Forget it.
But hey, Cactus is bleeding, so Abdullah has to bleed. But here's the problem. When Abdullah the Butcher bleeds, technically it's a biological hazard. Sting has a stick in the ring. I don't know how it got there. I don't know, Jim. Maybe it was along sitting along one of the 85,000 wooden caskets that are at ringside. You know, it's kind of like, see, that's one thing I can't stand is sometimes there's too much suspension of disbelief in a match. Like, okay, we're gonna have a hardcore match. How did all this crap get under the ring?
Bruce Pritchard put it there.
Oh my God. Scott Hall. Dude.
It's down.
Yeah, it's already down. And for those of you boys and girls that have never seen a movie that has an electric chair in it with one of those old timey big ass switches, when the handle's pointing down, that means somebody's getting cooked. And the lever down, and yeah. So Brian, you're the one that suggested this match. Are you agreeing at this point?
I'm wondering how many stars Dave Meltzer gave.
I'm on it.
I mean, because and I suppose this is why we decry Punjabi prison matches and some of the early Hell in a Cell matches and stuff like that. It was just hard to keep track of the action because, you know, the I forget what kind of camera you call it, but the one that looks down on the ring, it's obscured.
Yeah. -2 stars. Dave Meltzer gave this turd -2 stars.
Generous.
I think he was being kind.
No, yeah, he's being very kind because, ladies and gentlemen, that's a -5 right there.
When was
and I'm being nice when I say that.
Heyday, would you say?
World Class Championship Wrestling, early 80s.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. What are you here for?
Yeah, I don't understand the guys in the white scrubs and the white face paint. Abdullah the Butcher's heyday was when Bruiser Brody was still alive. When Bruiser Brody got murdered in Puerto Rico, nobody gave a rat's ass about Abdullah the Butcher. Because Bruiser Brody was the only person crazy enough to fight him like that.
Right.
All right, so Cactus is slowly climbing the cage to the switch, and he literally just lifted the switch handle up. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but he literally just lifted it up as they were doing a camera cut. So, Brian, are you proud of your decision? Are you proud of yourself?
The catch-as-catch-can acumen of all these gentlemen is top-notch.
Dude, you know what we could have done? All right, now, full disclosure, boys and girls, I have been drinking Mountain Dew, but I do have an alcoholic beverage here. We could have played a drinking game. Take a drink every time you hear them say the phrase chair of torture. I swear to God, I literally said that, and Jim Ross said chair torture. I'm like, son of a gun, I'm good. Oh my!
The referee camera, I will give them credit for. I mean, it looks stupid to wear it, but it actually like is the easiest way to follow the action.
Yes, I agree, and I think it is really cool. It was cool here, and it was cool when Pride did it. When that MMA promotion was still around, because referees wore the cameras as well.
Okay.
And that was awesome.
I mean, it's a primitive GoPro if you want to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I know sorry guys, I know who the people. Whoever gets fried alive is going away with those guys in the white guys.
Here it comes. All right, Cactus is just there, waiting. As he breaks the arm restraint to be able to get the helmet on Abdullah. They have literally just set the canvas on fire, and that helmet isn't even touching Abdullah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the greatest matches of all time.
And we're cheering.
Yeah, they're cheering because thank God it's over.
Well, that's just.
But at the same time, these are also people from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So there's not really much great entertainment in Chattanooga. Don't get me wrong. Chattanooga is an amazing city with amazing food. But there's really not a whole lot to do in Chattanooga unless you're a fat kid or you like aquariums. Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga is boss. I'll say that. And again, there are some great places to eat in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But aside from
I
that,
couldn't even told you who was on which team until just now. I didn't know El Gigante was on the babyface team.
Oh yeah. Fat. I don't know the condition of Abdullah the Butcher. Fat.
Oh my God.
So here's a question. I just realized this. Does anybody ever realize that, yeah, granted, this is 1991, but Cactus Jack's gear could be worn by your everyday average Karen right now?
Pretty much.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, you've just been electrocuted and you're gonna slap him and grab his face and shake him. Yeah, that's gonna revive somebody.
It's a miracle.
Praise Jesus. What in the...
Oh God.
Gang, I hope you're watching this with us, because that whole radio silence bit on my part just a minute ago, I have no idea what the F I'm seeing.
I love you, Abdullah. I love you, Mick.
Even though you just electrocuted the crap out of me.
Let's go to the pay window.
Yeah, and
oh my God.
Dude, okay, timeout. So it just faded to black, and I hit pause. Did anybody else hit pause to see what the time code is?
No.
23 minutes and 31 seconds.
That was almost 20 minutes of my life.
That we can never get back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, someone just no. That's all I gotta say about that.
But Tony Schiavone's tux, man.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone, gangster. But so to review, boys and girls, in the history of this show, we have watched the King of the Road match, we have watched the Kennel from Hell match, and we've watched this. We hate you, apparently. We hate you.
We keep saying we're going to have to make it up to you, but we aren't doing it anytime soon.
We're taking the whole
That's
evening.
not happening.
So, guys, to paraphrase the musings of a late great Eddie Guerrero, we told you we were going to make it up to you. We lied. My God. So, guys, as I'm closing my laptop and I don't have to look at that turd anymore, what are your takeaways from this match as we start getting ready to get up out of here?
I can say that I've seen it all the way through now.
Yes.
You know, I can say that.
Better yet, Isaac, I want to start with you.
Go ahead.
What would the moral of this story be?
Moral of the story.
What's the story?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the moral of the story. As we look back at this episode of, I'm sorry, I just threw up in my mouth. As we just go back and we look at this, we look at this match and say to ourselves, how many WWE Hall of Famers does it take to make a load of crap like this? And then you start looking around. Abdullah the Butcher, Scott Hall. Remember, he is in the Hall of Fame.
I forgot Abdullah was in the Hall of Fame. You're right.
Abdullah the Butcher is in the Hall of Fame. He's never met Vince until that night.
You're right.
Abdullah the Butcher, Scott Hall, Big Bang Vader, Sting. Who else am I missing?
Cactus, the Steiners.
Steiners.
And don't forget the guy in the black mask.
Yeah, him too. Ladies and gentlemen, look at to make this turd. See that's not talent. That's Hall of Fame talent, ladies and gentlemen.
It can't all be home runs.
Hey, y'all, I got 3 words for you. You ready? Are you ready?
No.
Brian, what 3 words do you think I'm about to say? And I promise you they are wrestling related and they are someone's name. WCW 1991. Think about it. Whose name am I about to invoke?
If he says
I got nothing, sorry.
Cowboy Bill Watts.
Oh, jeez. It all makes sense now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to apologize in advance.
We got to get the fans excited with this lid lifter.
Hey,
oh my gosh, here we go.
Isaac, you don't need to apologize for anything. Brian's the one that suggested this. It's all your fault, Brian.
All right, well.
You know, you're supposed to be the intellectual savior of this show, and you just killed everybody's IQ by about 150 points.
You're welcome.
Which means in that case, if you've killed off everybody's IQ by 150 points, I'm now in the negative.
I'm way in the negative. What's negative?
Oh, yeah. Whew.
But we made it through somehow.
You know why? Because laughter is the best medicine, boys and girls. That is the lesson I want everyone to take away from this match. Because no matter how bad something can be, to quote another great philosopher, some things in life are bad. They just really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble. Give a whistle. And this will help things turn out for the best. Always look on the bright side of life. Had to get some Monty Python in there. But yeah, no, seriously. That might be one of the worst things I've ever seen in wrestling. And I have been watching wrestling ever since I was a little kid. I saw Ric Flair as the Black Scorpion. I saw Hulk Hogan as Mr. America. I saw the two sons of Billy Gunn be referred to as the Ass Boys.
Don't forget about Edge and Krishna as Los Conquistadores.
Oh yes, uno and dos. Yes.
was Los Conquistadores as well too.
Yeah. I saw Barry Horowitz beat one of the Body Donnas. And I also lived through David Arquette as the WCW heavyweight.
Oh, God.
All of those things that I just mentioned, still better than this.
Okay. In all seriousness, I think we should do the next time we do a watch along, since we've done 3 crappy watch alongs. It's probably time for a legitimate Matt classic from somewhere.
But at the same time, I'm just throwing this out there. At the same time, if we continue to watch crappy matches, we continue to laugh.
But if we decide to watch a catch-as-catch-can type of wrestling match, we can appreciate those great athletes, whoever they might be,
right,
and appreciate them in that time and era.
Great example. We could watch Taker and Shawn from WrestleMania 25 and talk about how great of a match it is. But that's all we're going to do is talk about how great of a match it is. We're not going to come up with great little one-liners and sarcastic comments because there's nothing sarcastic about that. We're just going to talk about, oh wow,
But that's the challenge.
I would rather sit down and just watch a really good match, and I wouldn't be able to have creative commentary and make for good content. I'd rather watch an absolute dumpster fire and just crap all over it.
We should see if we can find, the 3 of us, a dumpster fire from somebody that we consider to be top notch.
There.
That
might be worth looking at.
Ellen accepted.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any ideas, this is where you write into us and give us some great ideas of who we should critique. This would
Send
be
it to the home office in Walla Walla, Washington.
Exactly. This is your chance.
It moved. I thought the home office was Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Oh, that's right. It is the home office in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Yes.
That's a deep cut from a couple of years ago.
Yep. I know you did a few episodes with me, Brian. Do you remember where the home office of Audibly Offensive Radio was? Because Chris Lemke was the one that came up with that one.
Oh, goodness. You're going to say it, and I'm going to be so mad.
The hometown of the Young Bucks, Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, Rancho Cucamonga, California.
But yeah.
Wow. Was it? I mean, were they there with Ice Cube too?
So what?
Were they there with Ice Cube when he did the next Friday?
I don't remember that. Hey, guys, one sec. Abs, you okay, kiddo?
I'm looking for oh, there she is.
Right. Yeah, gotta have her. All right. Good night, kiddo. Love you. She's still awake. Okay, moving on.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Let us know.
We would love to hear from you guys. Next time we decide to watch something like this, keep it funny or keep it real. You tell us. You know what? I'll even put a poll on Wrestling X Egos on Twitter and here on our YouTube feed for you guys that are watching it. Next time we do this, keep it real, keep it funny. You can tweet us at the show at Wrestling X Egos. Brian's at bkrego15. Isaac is at I the Fourth. And I am, of course, at Rant Mode On. Do not forget to check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestlingwithegos. podcasting can be found at Anchor Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and a couple other ones. And of course, here on the YouTubes and the Intergalactic Radios, we thank you guys so much for being a part of this show. Before we get out of here, as the music's playing, Isaac, any final thoughts?
I would like to thank Brian to make sure that this is finally officially over. Thank God. Help us all. Looking forward to what's going to be happening in the future. And I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
B?
Back.
If you have not already done so, do yourself a favor. Check out the Broken Skull sessions with Bubba Ray Dudley. It's definitely worth a watch.
Masterclass. And I have never seen anybody bust Steve Austin's chops the way that the way that Bully Ray did. I cannot call him Bubba Ray Dudley anymore. He's Bully Ray. And I love the fact that in that they talked extensively about my favorite angle from TNA, Impact. Aces and Eights.
Yes.
Aces and Eights was friggin' awesome. So that's my final thoughts for the night. So until next week, when we probably talk about some real wrestling as opposed to something god awful that Brian decided, oh, I really want to watch that. And we're gonna let you live that one down, buddy, because it's just too fun. Hey, you know what? How long did it take you to forgive me for the King of the Road match?
That took a while, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just put it out there. I'll say it now. It took a long time.
I'll give you an idea of how long it took. We watched it when RJ was still on the show, and Brian was still mad about it when Isaac joined the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, that in long and short term, that was forever.
So
+5.
Yeah. Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up and get up on out of here. Because I'm tired. And besides, after watching that, I need to drink very heavily and try to forget all about tonight. So pop into the cold one and enjoy. So for Brian, for Isaac, for everybody else associated with this crazy little hurricane known as a wrestling podcast called Wrestling with Egos, my name's Patrick. Thanks for watching this week. Thanks for listening. We will catch you next week, because even though this match was hot garbage, it's still one of the reasons that we love pro wrestling. See you later.